with Chef Case. In honor of Hispanic Heritage Month, we're going to be making Pozole Verde, or green pozole. Traditional kind of Mexican comfort food. Traditional to use pork or chicken, so we're going to go with chicken. So we have a whole chicken. We're going to get that in, and we kind of start the base, the stock, with the whole chicken, and then we'll pull it out and we'll shred that. We're going to get some chilies roasted off. We have four different types of chilies we're going to be doing. Some hominy, which is shell dried and then reconstituted corn kernels that they reconstitute in like water and lime juice. And this is a fairly labor intensive recipe, but in the end it's totally worth it. And it's going to get our chicken started, which is going to be the base for our soup. So it's just like four or five larger cloves of garlic. We just have our pot heating up behind us. We'll get that on like medium-high heat. Get this onion and garlic sweat down. And then add our chicken, cover it with water, and let that simmer for probably about 45 minutes. These onions and garlic into our pot behind us. Start sweating that down. Then while this is working, we can get our chilies roasted off and get everything else ready to go. Behind us, we're going to start to get our chilies roasted. So these are chili chilacas. These are going to be like a mild hot heat. So, and just always be mindful that you can make this hot much spicier or much cooler, much more mild if you'd like. These are cubanelles, so these are going to be a mild sweet pepper, which will give a really nice flavor after these are roasted. Serranos, which are hot, like a jalapeno hot, a little bit hotter I think personally. And then these are tomatillos, and these are going to be mild, like which is usually like your salsa verde. So the majority we're going to get are those tomatillos. And then so some heat, sweet, base, and we'll be good to go. A little bit of oil in the oven, 400 degrees until these are nice and roasted. Then we'll pull out the seeds and go from there. Oh, this is a perfect time to seed. This nice dark color in the skins to start to crack a little bit, and like see the chilies when they split. Chilies when they split. Because they're going to continue to get cooked too. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. A few more minutes. I like that. Mm-hmm. These are perfect. Mm-hmm. So this is 45 minutes, and our chicken is poached all the way nicely, all the way through. This is going to continue to cook for a few minutes at the very end when you add it in. So if you're a little worried now, you can continue to cook this longer, but it's 100% cooked right now, and then if it's not, it'll definitely finish through in the end. So now we're going to get this out, we're going to get our chilies de-seeded, and we're going to blend those, and we're going to add them back here to our stock. Roasted chilies are all ready to go. The tomatillos, you don't need to worry about trying to seed, because they're not really going to add heat in there at all. So we're just going to get all this into our blender. Yeah, All your sweet peppers you don't really need to worry too much about. It's going to be your spicy ones that really you want to get the seeds out of. And those are hot. Chilies are in our blender. I'm going to scoop out just a little bit of our chicken stock, which is beautiful, nice and fatty and flavorful. Just to help to get these chilies blended. And then we're just going to transfer these right back into our pot and bring it back up to a simmer. See how nice and beautiful, smooth that turned? Then, right back into our stock. And we're going to bring this back up to a simmer. So we have some dried Mexican oregano, which is slightly different than like Italian or American oregano. It's a little bit more floral. So we're going to start with a teaspoon of that. And we're going to start with a half a teaspoon of ground cumin. Both of these are pretty abrasive, strong flavors, so we'll start with a little bit and we can always add more. And then some salt. Do another quarter of a teaspoon. We'll need more than that. We'll start with a teaspoon of salt. Get this all incorporated, let it come up to a simmer, and then we'll taste it from there and we can adjust the seasoning. So this is our hominy, and you can see it's like large corn kernels. So we're going to give these a toast to try and take out a little bit of the moisture, and it'll bring out like a nice nutty toasted flavor to it as well. And then once it gets rehydrated back with the soup, then it's got a nicer texture to it. It does kind of just turn to mush and get lost in your soup. So we'll give these a toast, 350, 8 to 10 minutes, and check them. Yeah, it's perfect. Get this shrimp. Our shredded chicken, you can see. And we're actually going to save this. This is the rest of the carcass, and we're going to make another soup out of this. Chicken carcass soup, boil that up, add some grain, farro, whatever you'd like to it. And then this is our chicken that we're going to reserve and throw that in once our soup is up. And we add our hominy and adjust all the final seasonings. We'll finish it with our chicken and enjoy. Homony's out. Just a little light toast on it, and you see that bottom side will get a little bit of color around the edges. Really just to kind of dry it out a little bit. Then we're going to go right in to our pot with this, and we're almost ready to eat. Oh, yeah. Super excited. Cool little trick that we've learned here for this as well. To finish this, to get a really, really nice, beautiful, vibrant green color, get about half a cup of cilantro with stem. Take just some of that broth that we have behind us and give this a blend and add it back in. That'll give you a really nice, bright flavor from the fresh cilantro in it, and it's going to make a really intense green color. It's a beautiful green. Oh yeah. Now we add our hominies in, finish with our chicken, get ready to enjoy.
Everybody in the pool, right?
Chicken back, everybody in the pool. In the green pool. There we have our Pozole Verde. And one of my favorite things about this dish, and it's really fun to do it with like the family or group setting, is make one big batch of this, and then you have all these toppings and finishing garnishes, and that's really kind of like what also makes this dish. So we have some shredded cabbage. Give it a nice little crunch, a little bite. Raw red onion. A little bit more fresh cilantro. We're just gonna like give that a tear. Lime always. And there we go. Serve with some chips, fresh tortillas, whatever you prefer. And yeah, it's really, really one of my favorite dishes. And yeah, happy Hispanic Heritage Month. Everybody be safe, enjoy, and see you soon.